What up, YouTube? This is going to be a quick video. Not quick, 10 minutes. I want to talk about Bespin in Battlefront 2. So right now in the gameplay, you're going to see in the background, we're going to be playing Bespin on EA's Battlefront 1. This was a really good game. This is not the full-blown Walker Assault on Bespin. This is just that slightly smaller Capture the Pods game mode. But nonetheless, I'm going to get a lot of kills in this game and have a lot of fun in this game. This was a really, really fun game. And I love the scenery of Bespin. So yeah. Here's the thing, guys. Bespin is confirmed for the campaign of Battlefront 2. Sneeze incoming. Or not. Okay, I thought I was going to sneeze. Battlefront 2 for the campaign, Bespin is confirmed, and there's like images of it with like some weird squid-like thing flying around. It's kind of weird shit. It looks like it's not the typical Bespin that we're used to. It looks like the sky is darker and shit. I'll probably put up this screenshot. So yeah, it's gonna be in the campaign, but it is not confirmed for the multiplayer, and that's kind of a bummer for me at least. I'm a huge fan of Bespin. Now, in the very first Battlefronts that came out in the early 2000s, they had, not the very first, the first Battlefront that came out in the early 2000s, if you guys played those games. They had a map called Bespin Platforms, which was just phenomenal. It was me and my man going back to those days when we would all grab our controllers, go to a friend's house, and plug into an original Xbox or PlayStation and all play, split screen. We just loved Bespin Platforms. That was our favorite map in Battlefront. So it was exciting for me in Battlefront, EA's Battlefront, when, as DLC, they released Bespin again. But to be quite honest, they did not really, while it was fun and I just loved the scenery and being on Bespin again, it did not capture what made the original Bespin Platforms map from the early 2000s Battlefront game, in my opinion. Because in that game, there were, so many things going on. You had this big walkway in the middle with this insane, firefight. And all around there were, turrets and gunships and fighters. It was just so epic. And I have a feeling that Camino, when Battlefront 2 comes out, Camino will be very similar to how that map played, which is going to be awesome because you're going to have, in a lot of ways, guys, Camino is very similar to Bespin if you think about it. They're both like suspended cities floating. One's floating above water, one's floating in the sky, and they're both, circular platforms that are connected by walkways and such. They're actually pretty similar. They probably, when they were designing Camino for the prequels, drew a lot of inspiration from Bespin from the original trilogy. That's probably where they got a lot of inspiration from. They're both sleek and modern looking, in addition. That's another thing that they have in common. And very, they have these circular, spherical, flat, pancakey platforms. So, in my opinion, they're very similar. Yeah, so I just really, really, really want to see Bespin as multiplayer DLC at some point in Battlefront 2. And I want to know from you guys if you feel the same way. How high is Bespin on the priority list? To me, I would think that I'm a little curious why it's not in the game at launch, because if they've already done it, and they did it very extensively for this game, it seems like it wouldn't be too much work to put it into Battlefront 2. But here's a really cool, just sneak up on that guy and fucking assassinate his ass. But here's a good point, guys. You see all this jump packing that's going on. Like, okay, not everyone is going to have a jump pack in Battlefront 2. Only a couple guys are going to spend the points. Look at that epic rocket. And play as jump troopers. You know what I mean? Not everyone in Battlefront 1, literally everybody's running around with a jump pack. In this gameplay, literally everyone has a jump pack. Look at it. It's just nothing but jump pack, jump pack. In Battlefront 2, there's going to be 1-2 guys that are using a jump pack at a time. You'll have, you know, the Super Battle Droid, or the Clone Jump Trooper, or the First Order Jump Trooper. Look at how close that was. That escape pod nearly, I don't know what, this it just got so chaotic and fun. I hope that Battlefront 2, one thing I will say, obviously Battlefront 2 beats Battlefront 1 in just about every way, but the chaoticness that you get in this game, in Battlefront 1, just look at the chaos and just like the fun firefights that you get in these little really up close crazy scenarios, and you know, all these star cards being dropped. This game was fun because of that, in my opinion. That stuff made the game pretty fun. I hope that that kind of stuff carries over into Battlefront 2. You know, you have these kind of crazy moments where like all kinds of weird star cards are being pulled out, and it's just like becomes a melee brawl, and everyone's just like doing a bunch of crazy shit. I hope that that feel of chaos is implemented well into Battlefront 2. Yeah, so there's a point of actual something I actually like about Battlefront 1 compared to Battlefront 2. We'll see if it can kind of capture this chaotic feel. But anyways, again, this video is about there. I'm going to get snuck up on, end my streak. And I think that's going to be my last death in this game. So, yeah, guys. Now, if they were to do Bespin, I guess it would be Galactic Civil War era. And, you know, they would have X-Wings, A-Wings, Y-Wings potentially, and TIE Fighters, TIE Interceptors, TIE Bombers. I hope they have, you know, a good array of fighters to choose from. I don't know if tanks would work on Bespin. Of course, the Cloud Car, they could bring back the Cloud Car. I don't know if it would be a Walker Assault. That could be really cool. But something fun. I mean, there is just a lot of potential for them to make a good multiplayer Bespin map for sure. And I hope they don't. Maybe it would be best if they didn't do Walker Assault, to be honest. They could maybe implement a Walker, but I don't know. I feel like there's potential there to do something interesting. You guys give me your ideas in the comment section as well. How could they make Bespin interesting in a future DLC for Battlefront 2? Here, I'm going to just take this choke point down with this turret. I didn't see turrets that we could man in the Battlefront 2 beta. I hope they are in the game, though. I typically always die the second I get on an E-Web turret, but once in a while they're a lot of fun. I just hope there's turrets in Battlefront 2 that you can like man, not just drop turrets. That would be really fun. Yeah, so I mean, maybe they could have. It would be, you know, it would be very cool if they literally just cut and pasted the Bespin platforms map from the first Battlefront that ever came out in the early 2000s, and instead of having that walkway in the middle where infantry fight, they should just put a walker and just have insane, you know, fighter battles going on and bombing runs going on, coupled with that Imperial Walker or something. I don't know. They should come up with something cool. I can't think of anything right now, to be honest. I don't know. That guy's going to laugh, and then he's going to get shit on in a second. He's going to run up and die. I don't know why I did that. But that brings up a good point. I hope that Shore Troopers aren't available to be played, at least in my opinion, on you know, every single map like they were in this game. I kind of like the immersion, so I like the costumes that the PCs or whatever are wearing to make sense based on the map and stuff like that in the story. That's just me. People might disagree, but yeah, I like my immersion. It helps me enjoy the game better. Just look how gorgeous this is. Please put Bespin in Battlefront 2. I mean, do I need to? I don't really need to. I don't think I need to persuade anybody as to why Bespin would be awesome in Battlefront 2. But I do feel that, like I said, I think it might be very similar to Camino. It might play very similar to Camino. So in that respect, I would probably rather get a map like Geonosis before Bespin. You know, something different from what the maps are currently offering. But at some point, I do hope we get Bespin. And Lando is going to be in the game, so, I mean, I don't know what the hero and villain would be that they would release for Bespin. You know, Boba Fett's already there, Darth Vader's there, Luke's there. I mean, Han's there, Leia's there. I don't. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel. I don't know who's been on Bespin I guess the little Lobot guy. I mean, they could release him as a hero, or please don't. Please release someone cooler over that guy. It doesn't have to match up with the map. They could just release whatever heroes they want. But again, I want to know in the comments, is anyone else as crazy about Bespin as me, and how high is it on the priority list as far as the DLC? You know, so we're going to be getting DLC for the game. So where does Bespin rank on the priority list of maps we want? Anyways, guys, be sure to rate, like, comment, subscribe, and have an awesome day.